Testing check. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Riverside Oval and the second game of our doubleheader here today between the South City Chiefs and the Adelaide University Hogs. We're about to have captains out and about to get underway here. A very different Gridiron SA than we had prior to this game and prior to last week, where the Uni SA Eagles pulled up the upset of the season, knocking the Hogs out from the ranks of 1B. And all of a sudden, that has kind of turned the ladder on its head a little bit, as the Hogs went from all out in front on their own to tied atop with the Port Adelaide Spartans. Meanwhile, the Chiefs now find themselves tied with the Eagles in the battle for that third and final playoff spot. Which means that both these teams now looking for a win. Hogs need to win to keep pace with the Spartans, who won the game against Uni SA earlier today, 20-6. Chiefs looking to get back to that one-game lead that they had over the Eagles for that playoff spot. Chiefs have played teams tight this season, but still only the one win in the Don Malin Perpetual Trophy game against the Eagles. Meanwhile, Adelaide University has only had 2 games really where they were even tested. One was the Friday night game against the Spartans, and one was last week where the Eagles pulled off the upset. So as Mitchell Olive prepares to kick off to the Chiefs, we'll see how Adelaide responds in the face of adversity, and if the Chiefs can make it a losing streak. Unable to be handled cleanly is the kickoff, handled by number 24, takes it to the 22-yard line before being mobbed up. Mark it at the 23, and so that's where the Chiefs will start their first offensive possession. Chiefs offense has been much more consistent this year than in the past couple of years. There are still some kinks to be worked out, but they are able to put drives together. Not necessarily enough to knock off the top teams in the league here yet, but every week they do get better. Adelaide, on the other hand, is the reigning, defending, seemingly perpetual champion of the league year after year. So 2 receivers either side, flag down, and we'll get the lay of game. So, Chiefs with a bit of miscommunication early on. Personnel not in the right positions. And the Chiefs are a fairly young team, all told. They have a strong junior program here that feeds up to the major leagues. Going empty here on 1st and 15. Adelaide showing pressure. Motion across, one in the backfield now, 3 receivers on the left, one in the backfield, and handoff met immediately. As Jaden Baez knifes into the backfield and gets the immediate stop. So no gain In fact, they'll say that they lost one. Or two, back to the 21-yard line. Going empty once again. Two receivers on the right, three on the left. One safety back for the Hogs. Everyone else up on the line. Throwing short, complete. Back to the original line of scrimmage. The original line of scrimmage, that is. So wiping out that penalty and the loss on first down. Gain of 7, but still plenty of work to be done as the Chiefs face the first third down of the afternoon, 3rd and 10. Adelaide playing very aggressive thus far. And they know that they have both Jaden Baez, number 10, coming around the edge there, showing all out blitz. Now back out of it, instead bring 5. Throw is short, incomplete. May have been a miscommunication between quarterback and receiver there, as Simon Whitehead found no one, and the Chiefs will go 3 and out. Seems like miscommunication once again. As Chiefs taking some time to get the right personnel on the field here for the punt. We'll have to be careful not to get another delay of game penalty. Low snap, handled. Kick is up and underway. Sails out of bounds, and so Adelaide will get the ball in advance of midfield at about the 40-yard line of the Chiefs. So 1st and 10 for the Hogs. Looking to strike first here. 2 receivers ending the up back on the right, 1 on the left. Hand off up the middle. And with a nice little running lane on first down. Up to about the 34-yard line on carry. Keen on the carry. Instead, that was Yeremana, actually. My apologies. So 2nd and 5. Hand off to Yeremana once again. This time lapped up by Romaine. So 3rd and 3 coming up. You're a long time. 3rd and short. Takes the hand off of Yeremana. Throws out wide. Incomplete. In and out of the hands of Jack Hatton. Incomplete. 4th down coming up. But, as I was saying, if you've been paying attention and recognized those dreadlocks, you might recognize that Romaine was previously an official here, but stepped back onto the field for the Chiefs. Now 4th down. Hogs keeping the offense on the field. Motion across. Throwing short. Incomplete. He was targeting O.V. Marcus, but incomplete. So the Chiefs get the stop and get the ball with better field position. After that, at about the 31-yard line. For their second offensive possession. So Chiefs have had one good completion. All sorts of movement there, so this one will be another one where the Chiefs will start 5 yards further back than they originally intended. First and 15. Throw is complete. Whitehead threw a dart in there that got turned into some nice yards after the catch. Sam Myers with the reception. Gaining the penalty yardage back and then some, so gain of 8. Out to about the 35-yard line. Second down, Adelaide shows pressure again. Runs the man out of the backfield, throws over the middle, flag down, but into the secondary and beyond, into Adelaide territory is number 9 of the Chiefs, but flag down in the backfield, and this one may be coming back. Early indication is indeed. Cameron Lurch called for the hold. And so penalties racking up on the Chiefs early on here in the first quarter. That hold is a 10-yard variety, so the Chiefs back to the 25-yard line. All kinds of movement once again, and once again we will be another 5 yards at the disadvantage for the men in red. Chiefs slow to get going on this one. It's the third procedural penalty that the Chiefs have faced thus far. After the huddle, they rush to the line. 3 receivers on the left, 1 on the right, 1 in the backfield. Hogs show pressure once again. Throwing short, flag down. And this one, well, again, likely be a hold. So Hogs will decline the penalty. And attempt to reset a little bit, as they've already got the Chiefs in 3rd and very long. Take the incompletion and move closer to 4th down where they can get the ball back, rather than give the Chiefs another chance at a bigger play. Under pressure early on, flag down once again, throwing and on in and out of the hands of number 22. Full. But another flag down, which means, and in that situation, it's just unless the quarterback was hit, it will almost always be holding. So. Sure enough, another hold, but again, Adelaide will decline, take the incompletion, and take the ball. So 4th down. Ball not called for the hold there. Still early in the first quarter. But the penalties are starting to pile up for the Chiefs in a hurry. Low snap, bounces along the ground, still manages to get it up, but another flag down as the kicker got a little bit obliterated there. Kick went out of bounds, so it's unfortunate for Adelaide University that that penalty is likely going to result in a re-kick. So, crucial difference is that there's a running into the kicker penalty rather than a roughing the kicker penalty, which means just 5 yards, as opposed to the 15-yard personal foul variety. So, down marker will need to readjust, and we'll punt it again. Snap is up. Kick is a good one. Off the hands and managed to corral it. Up the sideline there is number 15. Tremendous return for number 19. Liam Bunn. A massive kick, but not a lot of hang time, and that Bunn had time to corral it and turn it into a nice run back, getting into Chiefs territory. There's a handoff, bouncing outside to Giramana. Not a lot of running room there. Loss of 1, so 2nd and 11 coming up. Patrick Ryan under center. Motions across. Fly sweep. And once the ball comes loose, on the fly sweep, recovered by Adelaide University, but it's going to be another big loss. There's only heads up play by McKenty, and that returns the ball with Adelaide University, but big loss there. I am aware that I missed last week, but honestly, I still don't think that I've seen the fly sweep work for Adelaide University yet. 2 receivers in the up back on the left. Ryan looks that way, has a man, but overthrows incomplete. Looking for Olive. And that will bring up 4th down. I am a definite fan of the fly sweep as a play and a concept, but Adelaide University just has not had any success with it thus far in this season, as they look to punt it away on 4th and 21. Kick is up. High one. Fielded on the run by number 26. That's Henshaw. Taking it down the sideline to about the 35-yard line. Tremendous return by Henshaw. And nice hand to feel that one on the run like that. The Chiefs. Winning the field position battle despite the penalties. Now we'll get the ball on the 35-yard line. Henshaw is a tall runner, so you don't really see how fast he's moving, but he gets going at a pretty good rate. Two receivers on the left, throwing right. Myers tackled right at the sticks. They'll mark him just shy and give the second down signal. So 2nd and 1 coming up.
Defense on me. Defense.
Looking to get in Adelaide University territory for the first time here today. Do that, they'll need the first down. Adelaide crowding that line with everyone. Little screen pass, complete. Number 29 up the sideline. One man to beat. Into the sideline. And tackle just shy of the end zone. Tremendous play there. And wonderful play design, wonderful play call. Adelaide was bringing everyone. Chiefs saw that they were bringing everyone and had that perfect play call dialed up for it. Little screen pass and setting up on the 1-inch line will be the Chiefs in a goal-to-go situation. Chiefs looking to take the lead on Adelaide University here. Which has been a rarity in Gridiron SA these past few seasons. Adelaide University has been a monster. Rolling out, throwing across the body into the end zone, flagging it on the 2nd and 3rd effort. And the Chiefs will take the lead, flag down on the far sideline though. And wave it off. Touchdown is good. Chiefs in the lead, 6-0. Chiefs keep the offense on. We'll go for 2. Staying aggressive here early on. Empty backfield, 3 on the left, 2 on the right. Rolling to his right, throwing, and complete. 2-point conversion is good. And the Chiefs extend the lead. 8-0 here in the first quarter. And after finally getting a position where they did not shoot themselves in the foot, the Chiefs instead put their foot on the throttle and take the lead. 8-0 over Adelaide University. Number 9 kicked this one off for the Chiefs. Drives it back over the heads for a touchback. And Adelaide University trailing by 8. We'll take back over at the 20. First and 10, Adelaide University. Looking to answer here. Hand off. Outside is Gridiron, tackled by Romain. But not after a gain of about 6. So a nice run by Gridiron. They will indeed spot it at the 26. Gain of 6. First time Adelaide has started the ball in their own territory. 2 in the backfield here. Gridiron met immediately. In the backfield that time. Nothing going. Number 21 on the tackle for the Chiefs. Whose name is sadly not listed in the team sheet. So, 3rd and 6. And big leap offside. Free play for the Hogs. Looks like they'll get the first down. So, all kinds of offsides, but that means that essentially they can run the play anyway. Decide whether or not it got to the first down or not, or they'll decline it. Indeed, they'll decline the penalty as they got a first down out of the play. The ball now marked at the 31-yard line. Ryan has been taking deep shots on those free plays fairly often that time, doing the work himself. Turn the sideline and get a first down. 1st and 10. Hand up to Gridiron weaves his way up the middle before being absolutely stuck by Noah Duffy. Ball to about the 41-yard line. They'll mark it just shy of the line of the game. So 2nd and inches coming up. Ryan keeps and gets upturned by Henshaw. A little something from the junior level taken to the next level. Now the two-headed monster, Gridiron and Ryan, move the chains once again. And up Gridiron, wall built there. Gridiron has to bounce outside and nothing going. Gain of a few there for Gridiron. Inside Chief territory now. Two receivers either side. And under pressure is Ryan. Has to come back for it. Is that complete? Sure enough. We're having a little bit of a conversation about it still. Haven't really had an indication. Yeah, they will say that he did secure it inbounds for a first down at 36-yard line of the Chiefs. So Adelaide University kicking it into gear after, oh my goodness, quite the kick to the legs for Jeremiah. Jeremiah keeps him going. Luther Kahn on the tackle. 2nd and 6 coming up for Adelaide University. And off to Jeremiah. Jeremiah weaves his way. Very close to another first down. And they have it. They'll move the chains. First down for Adelaide University. Ball now on the 24-yard line, rather. Mistake. And up. No. Ryan keeps it. Slides down. About the 22. Thing on the slide is that the quarterback is down from where the slide was started, and that is the exchange for being protected on that slide, where a defender cannot just obliterate it. Ryan throws up, has a man all alone into the end zone. Duffy was there to make the tackle, but not before the touchdown has had to have been a bit of a miscommunication or blown coverage there, because Olive was all alone and he's far too dangerous to be left alone there. Adelaide answers after the Chiefs touchdown. Adelaide looks like they'll go for one. Olive on to try the extra point. Kiki is up, looks good. Straight through the uprights. So Adelaide cuts the deficit to 1. 8-7, Chiefs still in front, but Adelaide with a very strong drive to answer that. Turning up 70 yards of field. In a methodical, calm drive, getting done on both the ground and through the air at the end there as Olive gets the touchdown. Ryan and Jeremiah getting it done on the ground. So Olive, with all 7 points for Adelaide University, will kick this one off. Back to the Chiefs. Kick is up, it's high, driving back into the end zone, and taking the knee there, whether intentional or not, may be up for debate, but either way, Chiefs will get the ball at the 20-yard line to start things off. No, they'll say that kneel down at the 1. Okay. So, 1st and 10 from the 1-yard line. Plenty of work to be done for the Chiefs here. Throw over the middle, incomplete, looking for number 9. Second and 10. Chiefs have to be very careful here as the loss of a yard is a loss of 2 points and possession. 3 receivers on the left, 1 on the right, 1 in the backfield. Throwing and complete to Myers. Flag down on the sideline though, and that will be dangerous. Looks like Baez cleaned up the quarterback after the throw, but flag down, and if that would be another hold that took place in the end zone, that would be a safety. Instead, it's an ineligible, easy for me to say, ineligible receiver downfield, which means that instead it's half the distance to the goal. Simon takes a very cursory pull of the ball, maybe a couple of inches in one direction, and half the distance to the goal at this point is under pressure and throwing short. Incomplete. But flag down once again. And the flags have really been the difference. Now they'll wave that flag off. But the flags have really been the difference between the Chiefs' drives thus far. They had one highly successful drive straight down the field that resulted in their advantage of 1 point at this point. But every other time that the Chiefs have had the ball, the flags have come out and they have wiped out big plays and driven them back towards their own end zone again and again. This time the Chiefs take some time and they need to be careful. Well, I guess they don't need to be too careful about the delay of game, because half the distance to the goal is the difference between an inch and half an inch. So 3 receivers on the left, 2 on the right. Throwing it across his body, has Myers for a first down. Myers into the open field. Walking down the field. Myers in the foot race. Cutting back across the field. Baez wrangles him down inside Adelaide territory at the 34-yard line. Tremendous throw across his body. And tremendous run after the catch. Myers. But Whitehead just delivered the perfect ball. And once again, a huge play for the Chiefs. And that may be the end of the first quarter. All right, we were whistled. We were ready for play. First and 10. Chiefs lining up. 1 in the backfield, 2 receivers outside. Running, matching, crossing, or hitch routes rather. But over the head, incomplete. full was unable to corral that one. So 2nd and 10. I'm not sure if it's full or foile. We'll just anglicize the crap out of it. 2nd and 10. Adelaide showing pressure. Throws incomplete behind the receiver. Was looking for number 85. 3rd and 10. With a 2-point conversion, choose to make this a 2-score game. Throwing behind, just had a man behind, but was unable to set his feet to really get enough air under it. As if he had put that one up, and there would be dancing in the end zone. Instead, incomplete, 4th and 10. What wind there is blowing towards the Chiefs. Not too strong at the moment. As it's bright and sunny here at Riverside. Flag down, and this one will be blown dead before it gets a chance to get going. Another false start. Sure enough. So 4th and 15. Chiefs lead the offense out on the field. Or perhaps they don't. Indeed, they will not. So, ready to punt it away from about the 40-yard line. And then to conserve that 1-point advantage. Hoey back to return. Set his heels on about 5. Kick is up. And we'll go out of bounds at about the 21, 22-yard line. No, they'll walk it forward to the 24. Net of about 15 yards on that punt, but kept it away from Hoey. Two in the backfield, 2 on the left for the Hogs here. Hand off Bajiramana. Bajiramana bounces. Bajiramana drop. Remain there on tackle. But not before a gain of about, we'll say 2. Now I'll call it 3. So 2nd and 7 coming up for the Hogs. This time 2 on the left, 2 in the nut back, 1 in the nut back on the right. Takes the hand off Bajiramana, comes back, throwing, and miscommunication between the receiver on that side as Marcus stopped running, even though Ryan threw it deep. So incomplete, 3rd down and 7 coming up. Two receivers either side. Ryan hands off Bajiramana. Bajiramana fights his way through 1 tackle, spins his way forward, and moves that pile very, very close to the line to gain. It'll depend on the spot. Depends on which line judge takes precedence. If you're looking at the line judge near me, you will say short. Looking at the line judge on the far side, you'll say he didn't get it. Nope, instead the down marker is marked. We will move the chains, no measurement. 1st and 10 for Adelaide University. Nice run by Gridiron. Gridiron gets the handoff once again. Gridiron spins forward and again. Gridiron putting in the work here today. Gain of about 4. Ball on the 38-yard line. Now 2 in the backfield. Gridiron up into the secondary. When the Hogs go 2 back, they all need to watch that second running back who is not Gridiron to make sure that he does not get going before that ball is snapped. He's been a bit close on a couple of possessions now. 1st and 10. Hand off Gridiron. Why stop now? Gridiron wrangled by Duffy, but not before a gain of at least 9. Motion cross. Takes the handoff to Gridiron, throws it up, and had a man down the sideline, but can't quite convert. Was looking for Montgomery, but unable to connect there, so 3rd and 1. Been all Gridiron this drive, but Ryan has shown that deft a couple of times today as well. So options are open on 3rd and short. Gridiron has the 1st down, has more. Weaves his way down into the red zone for the Adelaide University Hogs. And now the announcer is on the move because there's a big tent that blocks my view on this side of the field. So, ball on the 17. Adelaide has driven the ball down the field once again. Gridiron handoff. Gridiron weaves and works his magic for another strong gain. Down to about the 10-yard line. Second and 4 at about 10. Throwing over the middle and incomplete. Flag comes in very, very late. Montgomery was looking for one though. If it is indeed pass interference, it will be half the distance. So The ball now on the 6-yard line, which means first and goal for Adelaide University. Will this be Bajiramana? It will. Bajiramana met by Duffy. Bajiramana pushes that pile down to about the 3. Second down and goal for the Hogs. Now, American football is by no means a sentimental game, but at the same time, it would feel like almost a shame if Bajiramana wasn't the one to score the touchdown here, as he's done the lion's share of the work. Bajiramana handoff. Bajiramana moves closer once again, down to about the 1 or 2, 1.5, we'll say. Third down coming up for the Hogs. Olive could put the Hogs in front with a field goal, however, at this point, Hogs are thinking touchdown. Third down. Bajiramana handoff. Bajiramana into the end zone. There's the touchdown. Bajiramana puts an exclamation point on that drive, as he was a workhorse. Liam Bunn, lucky that they did not make him come off of that after removing his helmet. So Adelaide takes the lead. 13-8, and they will go for 2. Rolling out is Ryan. Ryan turning the corner. Ryan lunges forward, but will be tackled just short. Did not make it, so 13-8 is your score here. Interesting decision to go for 2 on that one, but not on the one before. Adelaide University takes the lead for the first time here today. Olive ready to kick this one off. Chiefs have had some adventures on kicks thus far. Had one unintentionally downed at the 1-yard line last time. On the other hand, Henshaw had a terrific return. This time, no drama, just a straight touchback. So the Chiefs will start on the 20-yard line with work to be done. Now trailing for the first time here today, but just trailing by 5. So a touchdown will put them right back on top. And they have work to do starting on the 20-yard line here. Roll out and forced out of bounds at the 18-yard line was Whitehead. So loss of 2. So 2 receivers out of the side, 1 in the backfield with Whitehead. Myers has it. fights his way out of one tackle and keeps the ball one way or another. Manages to get about 11 yards, but needed 12. So 3rd and 1 coming up for the Chiefs. Just shy of the 30-yard line at the 29. Now I'll be standing with the lion's eye view right at the line of the game. 3 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Quarterback alone in the backfield. Quick throw. Myers low and incomplete. Whitehead rolled out but was unable to connect there. So 4th down. Chiefs will go 3 and out. Or so you think. As no change of personnel. Whitehead remains on the field. Chiefs going very aggressive here all of a sudden. 3 receivers on the left, 2 on the right. Oh, they might be trying to draw offsides instead. Big hit by Hoey, dislodges and stops that 4th down attempt. Adelaide takes back over with tremendous field position at the 29-yard line. So nice play call, good throw, had it, but unable to hang on to it. As Hoey, all-state safety for the Hogs, dislodges the catch and gives Adelaide the ball back at the 29-yard line, looking to extend the lead. Flag down, though. Thrown deep in the Adelaide backfield, so this one will check against the Hogs. So Chiefs get a bit of a reprieve there. 5 yards back for a legal substitution. 2 in the backfield here, 1st and 15. It was all Bajiramana last drive. Bajiramana weaves his way, gets the penalty yardage back. So 2nd and either 9 or 10, depending on the spot. Still 9 or 10, depending on your spot. 9.5. So 2nd down, 9.5. Hand up to Bajiramana. Bajiramana runs straight through. And another nice gain of about 9 yards, or yards, depending on what you call that previous one. Down at the, just outside the 20-yard line. Step on zone of the Hogs, or are the Hogs? 2 receivers on the left, 1 in the up, back on the right, hand up to Bajiramana. Bajiramana is met right at the line by Ojabe. Did not get there. 4th down. Will Adelaide extend the lead to 8 with a field goal and keep the offense on the field. Offense remains on the field. Bajiramana has been Manson so far this afternoon, so may give it to him again. Sure enough, Bajiramana bounces outside and very close. Looks like he did not get there. Indeed, early indication. Stopped right at the 20-yard line, needed the 21, or the 20 and a half rather. Chiefs get the stop, so that aggression on the previous 4th down conversion ends up not costing them. Instead, they'll get the ball right back at the 20-yard line where they had it before. with just over 2 minutes left to play here in the half. Trailing by 5 are the Chiefs. And they have the ball, they have timeouts, and they do have the 2-minute warning. So plenty of time to get something done and cut into this Adelaide University lead or take the lead themselves. 3 receivers on the right, low snap handle, under pressure, and dropped. So sacked will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Top throws on the sack. One minute, 56 seconds left in the half after that 2-minute warning. Sack brings up 2nd and 16, which means the Chiefs may have to be a little bit more conservative here and just think about running out the clock rather than cutting into the lead. But see how they handle it here. 3 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. The one on the right is Myers. Adelaide showing pressure. Myers comes up the middle. Rose turns the corner. Throwing for Myers. Has it. Myers. First down. And Myers out near midfield. So clock stops on the first down until the Chiefs chains are reset. Clock will now run. Ball on the 44. So less than 2 minutes remaining. Chiefs still have timeouts, but a little wait on this play to use them, it seems. 2 receivers either side, 1 in the backfield. Motion out wide to an empty set. Throwing over the middle. Has a man behind the coverage, incomplete. Hamer's in coverage. So clock stops on the incompletion. So Chiefs with plenty of time here at midfield. On their own side of the 44. They'll go empty here. 3 receivers on the left, 2 on the right. Throwing left, complete, number 3. To the 40-yard line is Skipworth, and the Chiefs will take a timeout. So just under 1:30 left to play here in the half. 3rd down and 5 coming up. Chiefs still have timeouts to play with. Adelaide with a 5-point lead. And will receive the second half kickoff. So Chiefs want to jump back out in front before the half. 3 receivers on the left and 1 on the right. Bringing pressure and incomplete. So 4th down. But if the Chiefs were going to go for it on 4th and 1 deep in their own territory, they aren't exactly going to punt it away here on 4th and 4 in Adelaide territory. Adelaide shows pressure once again. And Whitehead wrapped up, spinning out, and dropped. Enthusiastically dropped by a full pin of Hogs on that 4th down, so Hogs will take back over. Just shy of midfield, so 1 minute 16 seconds. Adelaide now with timeouts and with possession, with a chance to extend the lead here, which currently sits at 13-8. Up back receiver to the left. Miscommunication there as no one was there for the handoff, and dropped for a loss is Ryan back at the 36-yard line. So Ryan turned one way, the back went the other. And Adelaide's going to have to spend time out. So just over a minute remaining in half here. I will say that if the doctor ever says that I have 5 minutes to live, I would like them to be the last 5 minutes of an American football game. So 2nd and 16 after the sack. Safety is deep and over the middle. Has the man and inside Chiefs territory is Bunn. Clock stops while the chains reset. Adelaide running up to the line and immediately will get the spike. Or rather, ball was not set, so. Okay, there we go. Now, clock now running. Line, flag down. Over the heads, out of the end zone, incomplete. A flag down in the backfield. Clock was running when the flag was thrown, which means that this could be a 10-second runoff, if this is indeed on the Hogs. So ball on the 32 as the official has a quick chat about it. So 37 seconds left after 5 men in the backfield penalty. It was a procedural penalty, which is why we didn't have any clock shenanigans there. First and 15. And Ryan, under extreme duress, lofts one down the sideline. Duffy and Bunn there. Bunn elevates, and Bunn gets the reception inside the 10-yard line, and that one looked doomed 3 or 4 different times, but instead, Bunn elevates and comes down with the reception. Flag comes in late, and this will move Adelaide closer. Frustration does come on these big plays, and that frustration may have cost the Chiefs a bit of yardage there. So half the distance will be added. Adelaide with timeouts and continuing to discuss the infraction are the Chiefs, which is while we certainly understand the frustration, continuing to discuss it at this point is probably the last thing that you want to do. Once the flag has been thrown and announced, it's not like you're going to convince them that, oh, well, I suppose that perhaps you did not actually commit that infraction. First and goal. Ball at the 3-yard line after the penalty. Handoff. And stuck number 21, Rossi. So Adelaide will have to take a timeout. No, that was Davey, my apologies. So 2nd and 3, Adelaide will spend its second time out there. So 17 seconds left, plenty of time to get a couple of plays off. As clock will stop on an incompletion, which means that if you're throwing it in the end zone, it's pretty safe. Adelaide still has a timeout, so they can also run. At least one more attempt on the ground. And if they get stopped, they would still be able to stop the clock again. 2nd and goal. Ryan looking to the end zone. Ball is way up in the air and almost intercepted. That would have absolutely turned it there at the end, but as it is incomplete. 3rd down. Hogs will remain with 2 more opportunities to get points on this one. But that ball just hung in the air forever. But no one in fire engine red could corral it. Ryan rolls out to his right. Looking, throwing into the end zone, has a man, and complete. And so sure enough, Adelaide adds on to the lead there with the touchdown. Adelaide going for 2 once again. So 19-8 is the score. Adelaide likes those round numbers. And trying to make it 21. Handoff. Majirmana weaves his way forward into the end zone for the successful 2-point conversion. So 21-8 is the score. And that will just about do it before the half. I imagine that we'll have time with the kickoff and maybe 1 or 2 plays if the Chiefs are game. However, they could also just kneel it out after the kickoff. Indeed, it will likely depend on the kickoff as to whether or not Chiefs would like to take a shot. Adelaide now have extended the lead to a more comfortable 13 points, but will also receive the second half kickoff. Olive kicks it up short and takes it out to about the 35-yard line. And that was the fellow who ran on very late. So temper's starting to flare here a little bit, but number 78 of the Chiefs had to run on late and ended up getting his hands on the ball there. So keep your helmets on the sideline, guys. You never know when the ball may come to you on a play like that. So that will end the first half. Score Adelaide University 21, Chiefs 8. Chiefs have looked impressive on offense thus far, but penalties have cost them again and again. Adelaide put together one remarkable drive with Bajir Amana that has otherwise relied on plays and mistakes. So, plenty of very interesting football left to be played here. Do not go anywhere if you're watching at home. If you're on the grounds, well, come by and say hi. Welcome back to Riverside Oval and the second half of Adelaide University versus South City Chiefs. Cornelius putting the ball, bounces in front of Girmana off the hands, fielded about the 10-yard line, and we're underway here in the second half. Girmana down the sideline, and just like that, once again, picking up where we were in the second quarter with Girmana putting in the work for Adelaide University. Strong starting field position for the Hogs here to start the second half. So handoff, fake, kept by Ryan up the middle, and Ryan eventually escorted out of bounds, but not before picking up the first down. Inside Chiefs territory. Now they'll say that he stepped out just before then. So gain of 9 on first down, 2nd and 1 coming up. So having a timeout to talk this one over. Bit of an odd time to have a timeout, but why not? Can't take him with you to the next game. 2nd and 1 coming out of the timeout. Chiefs showing pressure. Running the line, Ryan has a man deep, throws it up, intercepted, number 6. Coming down with it at about the 18-yard line, Angus Bell with the game changer. As Ryan just did not have enough on that one. Had a man deep. Was looking for number 15, who is generally Sebastian Burford-Walsh, but that is definitely not Sebastian Burford-Walsh. Underthrown, and instead, Angus Bell with the interception, and the Chiefs will now start on the 19-yard line. Motioning out to an empty backfield, throwing to the left, and has it complete right near that first down mark. Market just shy. Number 85 with a reception. And market just short of 31. Aggressive game plan here today. Don't know if they've had a handoff yet. 2nd and 1. Coming it off short, flag down. 74 on 74. Solomon Mobutu there with pressure. But instead, the Chiefs commit the penalty. And will be right back where they started, but 1 year poorer for the experience. 2nd down and 11. Empty backfield, 3 receivers on the right. Adelaide trying pressure once again. Baez fighting his way out of the pressure. Rose in to shoot. Flag down very late. Was looking for 85. Flag down in the backfield. This one will likely be another 10-yard poorer for the Chiefs. Instead of sending pass interference penalties. Always gotta love the explanations, but offsetting offensive pass interference and defensive pass interference penalties mean that we will just pretend it never happened and do it again. So 2nd and 10.5. Adelaide mixing up the look, showing pressure. Whitehead throws it deep, has a man, complete. No, incomplete. Had it in his hands, did Skipworth, but unable to keep it long enough to make that football move and call it a completion. Hoey was there, but pulled up rather than put an exclamation point on that one. So, good sportsmanship by Hoey there. Third and 10. Adelaide shows that pressure. They come straight up the middle. Whitehead gets slung down and planted at about the 10-yard line. Whitehead showing that frustration as just Adelaide brought everything. And the Chiefs O-line not communicating to pick up the extra pressure. And that 2 came in virtually unchecked. And Whitehead was buried back at the 11. Back very deep to return. Cornelius has the ball blocked out the back of the end zone, and that will be a safety. So instead of the kickoff out of the end zone, 2 points will be added to the Adelaide University title, making it 23-8 at this point. So it will essentially be a kickoff, but from a bit further back than you would usually have it. As Cornelius' punt was blocked vociferously. So I believe generally the ball would be kicked off from about the 20-yard line, but on the shortened field, maybe we'll still call it 20. Try to keep things just the same as much as we can. Chiefs will have the option to either kick off the tee or do a free kick, so a punt style kick. Puts boot to ball and drives a nice one there over the head and out the back of the end zone. A very rare touchback on a safety punt. So tremendous kick by Cornelius. Means that Adelaide will start this possession on the 20-yard line. Previous possession was looking good for the Hogs, but then late interception ended up robbing them of the opportunity to extend the lead, as did the defense extended the lead. With that box extra point. (23-8), Adelaide with the ball. So still just a two-score game. Chiefs will typically go for two in any situation, so if you're a fan of math, 2 successful two-point conversions. Flag down, and that one will likely be brought 10 yards further back, so the Sinton called for the hold. So first and 20 for Adelaide University from their own 10-yard line. Gridiron gives the handoff. Freeman's out and back to the line of scrimmage, maybe 1 or 2 more. Lots of work yet to be done here for the Hogs on 2nd and 19. 18. Two receivers on the left, along with the up back. Giovanna hands off and takes it out wide before being wrangled. Duffy incoming there, flag down very late. So will this push Adelaide back? No, instead. Michael Keane called for the hold. Instead, they'll wave it off. Chiefs would rather Adelaide lose the down than get another opportunity. At that point, it would only be really 5 yards anyway. So. Strategic thinking by the Chiefs there. 2 receivers on the left, 1 in the up back on the right. And straight up the middle. Eden Davey on the carry. So 4th down and 11. We'll bring on the punt team for Adelaide University. Cooper Henshaw back to return. He had a tremendous one earlier. Chiefs could certainly use another one now. And he's trailing by 15. Here in the 3rd quarter. I think the officials get set. And Adelaide will take a timeout. Short kick fielded by the up back. So Chiefs will be starting a very nice field position at the 40-yard line of Adelaide University. They'll mark it about the 42. They kept it away from Henshaw, but not at the cost of tremendous field position. Two either side, one in the backfield. Quick toss out, complete down the sideline, and quick, nice little juke by Skipworth. Turns a small gain into a nice one. Gain of about 9, so 2nd down and 1 coming up. Reminiscent of the Chiefs' last possession, but last time they immediately committed the hold on the next play. And this time looking to capitalize as they are in Adelaide territory now. Two receivers either side once again, one in the backfield. Adelaide shows pressure. Throw is short and looks complete. So 1st down there. Mabutu checking back in for the Hogs. First down, under pressure immediately and dropped was Whitehead. Back at about the 33-yard line. And that has been the issue for today. Whitehead has made tremendous plays when he's had time. But too often than not, that time has come at the cost of either holding penalties or has not come. So 2nd and 16 here for the Chiefs. Ball on the 33-yard line. Motion out of the backfield. Whitehead rolls out to the right. Flag down. Into the end zone. Over the head is Myers, but flag down. This is likely going to be another hold. Setlia called for the hold, but that one will be declined. So 3rd and 16. Quarterback draw, straight up the middle. Whitehead mashes his way forward, getting close to the 20-yard line. So a nice game there, sitting at a much more manageable 4th down. Definitely a 4-down territory play call there, and tremendous call and tremendous execution by Whitehead. 4th down and 6. All kinds of movement all across. All kinds of flags. And big call here. Early indication is against Adelaide University. That their movement caused movement on the offensive line. So now that brings up not a 1st down, but 4th and 1 after the 5-yard penalty. Three receivers on the left, 2 on the right. Whitehead alone in the backfield. Big play here for the Chiefs. As the 3rd quarter winds on, Whitehead rolls, throws, complete, into the end zone is Myers. Touchdown, Chiefs, Whitehead to Myers. Tremendous. And that was all set up by that draw on 3rd down, setting up a very manageable 4th down, and then punctuating that with the hard call, drawing Adelaide offsides as they have been coming hard and fast there. So just a tremendous play calling series offensively by the Chiefs there, and pays off in a big way by cutting the Adelaide lead significantly. 14 now for the Chiefs with the extra point yet to come. Whitehead under pressure, throws, and has the completion, does Cornelius. So 7 points now the difference between these two teams. Adelaide 23, Chiefs 16. And just a tremendous play calling series there by the Chiefs. Cannot say enough good things about it. So after collecting that 2-point conversion, Cornelius now ready to boot the ball once again. Kick is up, it is a nice one, will go back to the end zone for the touchback. And suddenly the Chiefs sideline starting to get fired up. And that kind of attitude change is just as important as the change on the scoreboard. Chiefs starting to bounce around, feel more confident. Adelaide looking to answer. Put the pressure back on the Chiefs. Two receivers in the up back. And left Ryan keeps it himself. And Ryan gets stuck short of the original line of scrimmage. Driven back at about the 17. Tremendous defensive play there by number 21. Second and 13. 2 in the backfield, and all kinds of movement there. Flags need to be thrown. Instead, there's a handoff, and Caden Davey making some yards. It looked like the receiver on that side never got set, but no flag was thrown. So, 3rd down and 7 coming up for Adelaide. Hand off. And for the 1st down. A big first down by Davey. And we have a Chief down. So play needs to stop. Helmet off, and number 33 being escorted off the field. Holding his head, and that's likely going to do it for him for the afternoon. Just you never be too careful with a head knock like that, so hopefully he'll be looked at. Take some time after the bye, and but it may just be the eye, so we'll see how we go on that. 1st and 10 for the Hogs at the 32-yard line. Davey gets dropped in the backfield, loss of 1. Number 21 of the Chiefs, taking down number 21 of the Hogs there. A little symmetrical violence, never hurt anyone. Davey under pressure once again. Davey gets out to about the 37-yard line. So 3rd and 5. Big play for the Chiefs defense here. Big play for Adelaide University. Keep the chains moving and try and reestablish that 2-score lead, which is now down to precarious 7 points. Chiefs bring pressure. Davey handoff off tackle once again. Davey with the first down. Takes it down to the 43-yard line. Davey. So both Adelaide University backs doing a lot of work done here as Ryan is just off on that one man. Was looking for Jack Hatton, but unable to connect there. 2nd down and 10. Up until that one, that was Davey. Over and over on this drive. 2 receivers in the up back on the right, 1 receiver on the left. Davey in the backfield. Davey gets the handoff. Davey up the middle. And Davey fights his way near for the first down. Davey stopped just short. Marked down at the 42-yard line. So 3rd down and short coming up. Third and 1. Two receivers in the up back to the right, 1 on the left for Adelaide once again. Chiefs all the way offside, so free play here. Davey gets the first down anyway, but this one will likely be one where the penalty will be worth more than the play. 5 yards rather than 2. All right, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter. It will be 1st and 10 from the 30. 3-yard line. But going the opposite direction, start the fourth quarter. Just 7 points separating these teams, but Adelaide looking to extend that advantage once again. Chiefs looking to get the stop and get a chance to take the lead on their next possession. The one thing that you can pretty well guarantee is that this is not going to end in a draw. Chiefs will either go for 2 and get the win, or fail on 2-point conversion and Adelaide will sneak out. And that is assuming, of course, that Adelaide can be stopped here. But keep that in mind as clock rolls on, as Adelaide has the luxury of a kicker that the Chiefs do not enjoy. First and 10. Davey and Ryan in the backfield. Fly sweep. And once again, drop for nothing. Hatton on the fly sweep, and again the fly sweep ends in nothing for Adelaide University. Again, I do hate to belabor the point, but we have seen the fly sweep just about every week for Adelaide University. Not successfully. And that one high, incomplete. I was looking for Michael O'Keefe. So 3rd and 10. No gain on the first down play. Incomplete on the second down play. So 3rd and 10. Adelaide going away from the Davy drive this far, and to their detriment to this point. Ryan rolls out. Ryan under pressure. Ryan turns the corner. Ryan steps out short of the line to gain, but sets up a much more manageable 4th down. It'll be 4th down and about 4. An important gain, as it means that on 4th down, that both run and pass are possibilities there. Chiefs show pressure. Ryan takes the handoff, throws over the hand, incomplete, and the Chiefs get the stop. Had Michael Akeem wide open, but threw it too high, incomplete. And again, that is one of the perils of the slightly slanted field that we play on here. The straight throw that you make in practice needs to be adjusted slightly on a field like this. If that one was on a practice or a flat field, that one would have likely been right on the money. On this field here, too high, incomplete, and the Chiefs get the stop. First and 10 for the South City Chiefs. 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Adelaide moves pressure. Incomplete. And was looking for Martin, but unable to connect there. 2nd and 10. On the right and on the left once again. Throw is behind Cornelius. incomplete. Number 58 for the Hogs in coverage, which is not generally a number that you would expect in coverage, but with Adelaide University's numbers, the one thing that you can say is that he was playing there by design, not out of necessity. Two receivers either side here on 3rd and 10. She's trying to avoid a 3 and out. Whitehead under pressure, rolls to his left, fakes out, and gets stacked up at about the 35-yard line. So short of the line to gain, but pretty close. And we have seen the Chiefs be aggressive on these sorts of down distances, even in their own territory before. Now out near midfield, I have to think they'd be considering going for it again. And indeed, leaving the offense out on the field. Fourth down, big down for both teams here. Whitehead rolls out to his right. Has men down the field. Turns the corner. And has the first down. Tremendous run by Whitehead. Bouncing up and moving the chains. Clock continues to roll here in the fourth quarter. 7 points separating these teams. And the Chiefs pull off the upset. Motion to an empty backfield. Going into the back. And down the sideline for a nice gain there. Valles delivering a violent tackle, but not before picking up at least 9. See where it spots, if that's enough to move the chains. No, they'll mark it just short. Nice catch by Thorpe. Or Martin, rather. Right. Just short, 2nd and 1 coming up. Two receivers either side. One in the backfield. They'll move him over. Adelaide showing pressure. Toss is short and his lead is looking for Cornelius. So 3rd and 1. Chiefs have been aggressive on 4th down, so would not expect them to necessarily play conservative here and just try and get a yard. They may take a shot too. They'll empty the backfield here on 3rd and 1. And all kinds of movement, and this one will turn from 3rd and 1 to 3rd and 6. Last time the hard count paid off in a big way for the Chiefs, keeping the drive alive and helping set up a score. And this time, causing that miscommunication. Third and 6. And they'll still empty the backfield here. So 2 on the left, 3 on the right. Whitehead throws high and off the hands of his intended receiver and Fortunately for the Chiefs, falling to the turf before Hoey could get his hands on it. Fourth down and decision time. Kick it deep and see if you can get a stop and get the ball back, or keep the offense on the field on 4th and 6. Unlike previous fourth downs, where this is midfield, but it is further than the Chiefs have gone on 4th down on their previous aggressions. To either side here, motion out of the backfield. Whitehead throws, off the hands, incomplete. Was looking for Skipworth, but unable to connect there. Adelaide takes over on downs, just shy of midfield. Handoff. Davey driven out towards that sideline and down after a short gain of 1. But we have a flag Chief down on that far sideline. It is Duffy. Good seeing him back up and getting off the field. Under zone power. Duffy, a tremendous player for the Chiefs. Davey weaves his way forward for about 4, setting up what should be 3rd and 5. Apart from one massive play to Olive, the ground game has really been the driving force for the Hogs here today. Receivers on the left, up back on the right. And throws short, knocked down, incomplete. And Adelaide will have to punt it away. He was looking for Cornish, but unable to connect there. Whereas Ryan on 4th and 6, Adelaide brings on the punt team. Henshaw back to return for the Chiefs. On the 2-yard line, here's where he'll set up. Kick is up and will go out of bounds. So a shorter kick than it looks. Mark out of bounds at about the 18-yard line. No, they'll do it again, 17-yard line. So, Chiefs with possession. Chiefs with time. Chiefs with a 7-point deficit. But time enough to see anything happen here at Riverside Oval. Adelaide suffer an extremely rare losing streak. Or will the perpetual champions rise to the count once again and get a stop on the Chiefs here? First and 10, 3 receivers on the right, one on the left. Adelaide in motion, moving. Whitehead throws short, complete. Skipworth has the first down. out to about the 26-yard line, 28-yard line. Chains will move, and we'll be looking at first down. Three receivers on the right once more. Whitehead rolls to his right. Under pressure. Turns the corner. Delivers a big hit and takes one as well before being dropped by Reducey. Making the stop at about the 35-yard line. Call it the 36. So out near midfield are the Chiefs. 2nd and 2. Empty backfield. 3 on the left, 2 on the right. Looking right, Myers has the reception. Myers into the open field. Myers losing ground, having to make it back up. Evades another tackle and manages to get back into just shy of midfield, rather. He gave a lot of ground. He gained a lot of ground. He gave more ground and then ended up at the 44. So first down, but Myers ran a lot further on that one than you would expect. First down for South City. No matter who your team is in this one, you've got to love the drama. 3 receivers on the right, 2 on the left. Toss towards that sideline, incomplete. Was looking for Martin. But again, those out routes down that sideline are very tough on a field like this. 23-16. 2nd and 10. Ball just shy of midfield. Plenty of time left as the Chiefs go empty once again. 3 on the right, 2 on the left. Looking right, rolling right, Whitehead throws left. Has a man, but unable to get there. Incomplete. Sound defense there by the Hogs. Hamers in coverage. 3rd and 10. 4 down territory for the Chiefs here. Two receivers out the side. Whitehead throws in and out of the hands of the complete. So 4th and 10. On that second down, you might have thought that Whitehead should have kept it, seeing if he could get a first down. But when you are a quarterback and you see a receiver start to pull free, if you're behind the line of scrimmage, you have a duty to try and get it to him to get those points. 4th and 10, huge play here. Not quite what will decide the ball game, but this will be a very key moment. 2 either side, 1 in the backfield. Whitehead throws over the middle, incomplete. Through the hands of number 43 in white. But either way, that would have been a change of possession. Adelaide's defense stands firm when it counts once again. And will get the ball and attempt to ice this one away. Chiefs will ask their defense to get a stand one more time. We're still in advance of the 2-minute warning. So there is time for the Chiefs to get a stop, but Adelaide in the dominant position. Davey in the backfield with Ryan. Here's the handoff. There's Ryan. Ryan under pressure. Ryan evading 2-3. Drop at the 41-yard line is Ryan. The 41-yard line of Adelaide University, to be clear. So big loss on the play. Loss of 4. Clock will roll on as Ryan managed to stay in bounds at least. But not sure if that was a miscommunication or run pass option. Takes the handoff. Ryan throws over the middle. Complete. And near the first down. Looks like he may have it. Does Obi Marcus. So big first down for Adelaide University. Chains will move. Clock will run. Show pressure. And off Davey. Davey out of one tackle. Manages to keep his feet. Fights his way forward and eventually is brought down after a gain of 4, but hard running by Davey. Second and 6. Clock runs. Adelaide will take their time and all kinds of motion. Looks like the guard got a little bit of a head start there. So Adelaide will lose 5. Clock will stop. Nicholas Cosman called for the infraction. So clock stops on the offensive penalty. Two receivers and the up back on the left. Taking the handoff. Ryan has time. Ryan has a man. Ryan off the hands, incomplete. Going for the dagger shot were the Hogs there, but Obi Marcus couldn't corral it. Third down and 11. And just as crucial as the points not going on the board, the clock stops as a result of the incompletion. And there indeed is the time. 1 minute 53 seconds left in this one. In that case, incompletion doesn't do anything. 2 minute warning will stop the clock anyway. Chiefs bringing pressure. Hand off Davey. Davey bounces up. And Davey dropped short of the line to gain. So 4th down. Chiefs need to think about taking the time out here. We're having a discussion. Did they take a timeout? All right, so the Chiefs do take their first timeout to conserve that clock. They need one more stop here, get the ball back to their offense. Adelaide cannot quite. Second timeout. So in that case, Adelaide can pretty well clinch this one with a first down. Having a bit of a discussion about timeouts remaining, I suppose. Yes. Chiefs coach being escorted off the field so that we can actually get underway and have this crucial down. 4th and 6. Here is the ball game. throws. Incomplete. Henshaw there in coverage. Was looking for Biziramana, but unable to connect there, so the Chiefs have life. The Chiefs have the ball, and the Chiefs need a touchdown. Can Adelaide make the stop and retain their spot on the top of the ladder, winning the tiebreaker over the Spartans at the moment? Or will the Chiefs gain one game advantage over UniSA? High stakes, high drama. Playoff positioning, very key here. Hoey, the lone man, most of the time, is now joined by a second safety. Adelaide backing off the pressure and intercepted. Number 43 almost had the interception last time. Instead, gets the ricochet this time and manages to corral that one. Whitehead looks like he took a shot, but that will just about do it. With one timeout remaining for the Chiefs, Adelaide can kneel this one out and take the win. Flags are thrown, but this one is over. Tremendous effort by the Chiefs here. It looks like they will come up just short in knocking the king off the throne here, as once again, as we see in so many weeks here on Riverside Oval, the Hogs find the way to win. Whether it be through dominant fashion or by the skin of their teeth. Death, Texas, and Adelaide University. Handoff Davey. I'm pretty sure that the Chiefs can just kneel it out, or the Hogs can just kneel it out. So. Chiefs not taking time out here. They do have one remaining. Second and 4. And off Davey. Davey, gain of 1. And the Chiefs take a timeout here. Medical timeout. All right, so puck will stop on the stop. There's the knee, and this one will come to an end. Adelaide University escapes, but they know that they've been in a fight today, as the South City Chiefs showed great gumption, but not enough. At least this week, to dislodge the king. Adelaide University coming away and retaining their spot on the top of the ladder. Still in that tie with the Spartans, but Adelaide owns the tiebreaker at the moment. Chiefs tied for that third and final playoff spot with UniSA, but they win the tiebreaker on that one. So, for Gridiron, South Australia. 180 Creations with Sam Furlong. This has been Nick Priest. Thank you for joining us here. And a reminder that we will have the bye week next week before returning to competition the week after. So make sure that you are with us not next weekend, but the weekend after for another doubleheader here at Riverside Oval for Nick Priest and Gridiron Australia, South Australia rather. Thank you for joining us here today, making this part of your weekend, and all the best to you and yours for this weekend and for the weekend beyond. Thanks so much, and I hope you've enjoyed it.